assured as a driver coming into the 2023 season.
Well, there's no question about that, Chad, because the quest in the early moments of his national career was frankly just making the event. And that was a struggle, and understandably so. Now he's starting to move forward.
Starting to move forward and getting definitely more comfortable in the car. Chance Crum out there in the number 26. Jake Andriotti's your quickest in the first session of the Dirt Draft Hot Laps with a 12.596, 12.596. Dirt Draft Hot Laps, if you haven't played Dirt Draft, it's fantasy dirt track racing, just like other fantasy sports. You have a $100,000 salary cap. You pick 5 drivers. That's your team. The better they do, the better you do. You're racing against everybody else that plays Dirt Draft. And the better they finish, the more points you earn. You spend those points in the Dirt Draft Speed Shop for all kinds of cool stuff, from pit passes to up to Traeger grills. I'm still saving. If I would be better at Dirt Draft, I'd have my Traeger grill by now. But, yeah, they got Yeti coolers, and they have T-shirts and hats and just all kinds of cool stuff in the Dirt Draft shop. And you go to dirtdraft.com to check it out, the speed shop up there, or download the Dirt Draft app. But if you are signing up for the first time, make sure you use the promo code USAC. You get a very cool Dirt Draft USAC T-shirt. If you fly with me on the plane tomorrow, whenever I fly out of Kansas City, you'll see mine because I'm going to have it on for the flight. I love that shirt. It's such a cool design. I also went and I had to ask him for one from the Short Track Super Series as well. I really like that shirt with the big block mods on there. So cutting them loose here again, just a little bit of wheel pack and still session number 1 out on the racetrack. F5 car out here ripping around. That's Devin Simmons out of Knoxville, Iowa. Shout out to the Knoxville Mods. They were tuned in watching the Silver Crown race last night and loving every minute of it. Andrew Felker, we talked about him. Brannigan Rourke, the local runner in the number 44, that actually moved to Columbia, Missouri for a while. He was a personal trainer. You talked about his nutrition degree.
Right.
Has now moved back home and is working with the HVAC system or HVAC business of the family business. He said, we're just kind of gearing up for me to take over. Dad's looking to retire pretty soon.
He's had great success at this racetrack, was 5th in outlaw points back in 2019.
When he struggled out, and talking about the 44 Old Niner out there, I don't know if you know that story or not, but that's a good story. We'll tell you a little bit how he got that nickname later on. But Brannigan Rourke struggled out at Belleville. They got back here to do maintenance on the car and found out that they had sheared off some bolts in a braking system on the back, and it would basically randomly locking up. And so that was the issue he was having out at Belleville. They found it here, so watch that number 44 car. He might be a good pick for you here tonight.
Yeah, randomly applying the brakes is not a speed signal.
No. And he said they bled the brakes, everything. They were looking for it and couldn't find anything. And then today, whenever they serviced, they found the issue and got him fixed up there.
Jacob Denny, the fastest thus far in the early going at 9.943. The track record held by Ethan Mitchell at 11.361. Of course, this track's going to get quicker.
Oh, it would definitely get quicker. And speaking of Ethan Mitchell, that's him down underneath the flag stand in the Dia-Edge 19M car. That's Mooresville, North Carolina runner. The Bundy-built Honda underneath the hood. You can tell the Honda on it is you see the exhaust coming out the right-hand side of the car as opposed to the left, which is typical of the other power plants that you find in the midgets.
We mentioned Ava Gropp from Lincoln, Nebraska, the Mount Stout Motorsports Rockwell Security 5A machine. We saw her do double duty at Belleville, and she ran the bottom really well. I really liked her racecraft.
And she's going to race double duty here tonight as well. Actually holds a championship here at this racetrack in the junior sprints, I know for sure. Maybe some other divisions as well, but Ava down here in the 5A, and I was so excited to see her get into midget and do a little bit of midget racing this year. Still the focus on the micros, but she is looking to move up to the midgets maybe in the future, but also a very good volleyball player.
Yeah, took some time off to do that as well. Logan Seavey's a former national champion. He last year's runner-up in the sprint car, the Abacus Racing Indy Custom Stone, CGCPA. Sutter, California is his home, car 57.
Justin Grant pushes off your defending national sprint car champ with the Amsoil National Sprint Car Series, USAC Amsoil National Sprint Car Series. I forgot the name there for a second. It's unbelievable. I'm in midget mode. But he pushes off on the back chute, the number 2 car, out on this session as well.
Yeah, Mariah Eade is also out. We see Mariah getting pushed off right now, and I just love seeing that M&L plumbing on the side of that car. Her grandfather, Fred Eade, was a longtime Silver Crown Series sponsor with great success with the M&L plumbing car.
Scout Spraggins joins us again as well, and again, seat time in the midget for the micro standout. He's in the 07 car down in the corner. Rolling around the racing surface just behind him, the Triple Crown champ, Jerry Coons Jr. in the number 85. I know wasn't happy with his performance out at Belleville, but looking to improve on that here tonight.
Didn't get to check in with Jerry again. When he was at Belleville, he learned that the micro race was a winged event. He didn't realize that. I think he called Kelly Hank and said, can we scrounge up a wing for his son Cale, who was victorious at Belleville in this really fine fashion.
In fine fashion, he'll try to defend that win or go back-to-backs with the wins here tonight with the wing on top.
You know, it's interesting because it's been a bit of a tough go in some ways for Justin Grant. He picked up a win in Eldora in the sprint car, and then basically while leading, had trouble, had a crash there, was on the fastest qualifier, fastest car on the first night of national competition in the midget at Belleville, ran off the racetrack, and then had the crash last night. He's been fast all along. The results might not necessarily show that.
Not showing it, indeed. Somebody that is getting the results, though, is the 21H car also out on the racetrack. That's the Macho Man, Brady Bacon, down into the corner and said that he really appreciated the fan bases. Scout Spraggins slow out of turn number 2. You're going to see the caution come out. But Brady Bacon said he really appreciated the fan base out at Belleville. He said he sold a lot of merchandise out there, and that helps his race program go a long way.
Of course, the relationship with Kelly Hank has resulted in a victory with the World of Outlaws. You well know that down at Tri-State Speedway. But his father and also raced against Kelly Hank's brother extensively, Terry. That's where the relationship was formed. And when Brady was looking to get a ride for the Tulsa Shootout, which where he's had so much success, and folks at Sawyer Chassis made the connection. He ultimately picked up another Golden Driller at the Tulsa Shootout, and he says that relationship has just grown from midgets to sprint cars, you name it. It's worked very well for him. As he said, expands his inventory of available races.
It does expand it tremendously. Speaking of his inventory of available races, he also promotes a race, and that'll be coming up just a little bit later on this year on the July the 20th, the Silver Crown race at Winchester Speedway. I love that facility as well.
If you liked Belleville, that's the pavement version of Belleville right there. You need to be there.
That's one where if you have slip-on shoes, you don't walk up the hill. As you're sliding out the back of them. Man, is that place banked. So white flag coming out on this session. Mariah Eade into the number 1 spot. Well, was Justin Grant got it. Now Logan Seavey ripping off a pretty good lap as well. 11.542. Track record here at 11.361. As Pat mentioned earlier on, Ethan Mitchell, the track record holder. And we are about 0.2 of a second off the track record in Dirt Draft Hot Laps. You can get your Dirt Draft Dirt Draft team kind of penciled in right now. Watch the qualifying, the Honest Abe Roofing qualifying, and then kind of solidify that before the first heat race touches the track, because that's when it locks down. So, yeah.
Well, looky there. Look at the top of the queue.
Lo and behold, Logan Seavey into the number 1 spot with 11.542. Ethan Mitchell second quick in the 19M car. That's your track record holder. Jerry Coons Jr. third quick in the 85. He's got to be feeling pretty good about that. Mariah Eade and Justin Grant, now your top 5. So we've had 16 cars on track thus far, the 32 that have checked in. So halfway through as Dave Thomas brings out the next group.
Yeah, Dave did some hydraulic repair on our rig. I don't know if it ultimately got done or not.
It did not. Yeah, they didn't have the parts to fix it. Clint came back and told him the next time. So they got high-centered coming out of Belleville. We talked about how steep it was. And Clint personally was back over there, and he said, your problem was you didn't hit it fast enough. He said you have to just power through that stuff, and you'd have been just fine.
Well, they weren't the only one to get hung up. That's an old story there.
Up on the front, getting ready to push off. That's Talon Turner, the 00 car, sitting to the outside. Ready to fire off here for this next group of hot laps. The Bayshore, Kansas runner to his inside is T-Mez, Thomas Meserol. Make sure you check out T-Mez TV on YouTube. He does a tremendous job with that. He's turned into quite the video editor, and I think has a future in broadcasting if he decides to get out from behind the wheel of a race car.
It was fun talking with him about that, which many people tune into, because he said it was hard when he didn't have races. And he said this almost became a job. And you know how he is when he says things like that.
Also pushing off back behind Bryant Wiedemann, the 81 car. It looked to be going pretty good out at Belleville, and I know was disappointed at what happened out there as he had contact. Chase McDermott got down the inside, spun him around, took him out of contention, and a team was talking about it, but looking for some redemption out here for the number 81 car. So keep an eye on him. 4S pushing off just underneath the flag stand. That's Curtis Spicer out of Marysville, Kansas, the Spicer Aircraft Kaiser Poor Farm number 4S car. And I talked about this whenever we were out to High Banks, and I'll talk about it again, but he and his father, both flight instructors,
Right.
with over 18,000 hours of flight time, and that just blows my mind. That's why I keep talking about that stat. That's incredible.
You know, you worked this into some cookies the other day. I would have suspected you could work this into either some instructions or a trip.
They don't want to get me in an airplane, I can tell you that. That probably won't go well. One of our new entries with us here tonight's Tyler Davenport, the number 33 car, making his way down into the corner, Brandon Rourke Racing. So Tyler coming out and racing with us for the Jacksonville, Missouri runner. 19 car just underneath the flag stand. That's Dason Pursley. Pursley with a good start to the season, has himself fairly solid in the point standings after the first 2 races.
But a pretty good charge the first night also in the car. Was hard charger of the evening.
Just behind him, the number 67, Ryan Timms. Timms picking up the win on night number 1. Opened up the season with a bang. And keep an eye on him, but he sits inside the top 5 in the point standings as well. And then the purple Yahoo car.
Yep.
25K of Taylor Reimer just back behind.
Many of you have followed the career of Timms, who has garnered a lot of attention at an early age, has had success in Wing 410 sprint cars, opportunity to join Keith Kunz Motorsports, and comes in based on his experience and his success already with this squad as one that would be a title contender, no doubt about it.
Yeah, he's going to be one to watch throughout the 2023 season. See, he focuses on the midgets this year. We won't see him a lot in the other divisions. He did run a non-wing sprint car with us a little bit, and he may dabble around with that, but he's focused on midgets and wing sprints in the 2023 season. So we'll throw the green flag on this session, cut him loose. Number to beat if you want to be quickest in Dirt Draft Hot Laps, got to be quicker than Logan Seaman, 11.542. Holy smokes, I forgot to give you car noise. That's my bad. There's a little button right here I got to push. Everybody watching on Flow, I apologize. That was my bad. My bad. I had it muted. It's where they get to hear the engines, and everybody at home's probably complaining about it. Nobody sent me a message, though. Oh, there, Devin just did. Says that sounds super low. Well, it was super low because I forgot to turn it on, Devin. That was my bad. A little sleepy after the drive. So with that, Logan Seavey still up top at 11.542. Ethan Mitchell. Taylor Reimer, though, cracks into the top 3. The 25K car goes 11.683. Jerry Kunz bumped down to 4th quick. Dason Pursley enters the top 5. The 19 car with 11.762. We'll bring out our final group for Dirt Draft Hot Laps.
You know, and Taylor had so much success in her career at Port City Raceway, so this is a little bit of territory that's much like
Wait.
experienced.
That's Todd. Todd's out here in the grandstand with us. Finish Line Graphics in the house. Todd, I didn't know you were there. Celeste, holy smokes, I haven't seen you in ages. Give him a big round of applause. Formerly out Oregon, then they learned their lesson and got the heck out of there and now live down the Midwest.
You didn't do that bad.
Sorry, that's the old friends of mine. I haven't seen them in ages. Got all excited there. I apologize for interrupting you, Pat.
I don't think you did. Well, maybe you did. I don't care.
Yeah. So Taylor Reimer, we were talking about her, did have a lot of success down Port City. Actually was the winningest
female. Yes.
Yeah, winningest female down to Port City Raceway, which is a elbows up joint. There ain't no doubt about it.
And so the fact that she clocks in with a good time here comes as really no surprise. She's very comfortable.
So pushing off our next group, or our final group, I should say, in Dirt Draft Hot Laps out on the racetrack. The first one to fire off is the current national points leader in the number 71 out of Clovis, California, Jade Avedisian. Down the back straightaway, the Mobile One, number 71. Behind her, the 19T tonight. Now, Kevin Thomas Jr. is behind the wheel of that race car out at Belleville. Tonight, it's Jace Park. Good to have the Overland Park, Kansas racer out here with us. Jace, a very talented young man as well.
Yeah, first saw him a couple years ago racing for Chad Bode at Tri-State Speedway in Hopstad. He recently an ASCS sprint car winner, I believe, in Elk City, Oklahoma.
Yeah, he's one that also, and I talked about Jace. He's very quiet. If you talk to him, he's a very quiet young man. But he also ran the SCUSA Supercarts, was involved with that for a while, and actually was on the podium at their Super Nationals, which to me is that's like podium with Formula One. As far as I'm concerned, there's a tremendous amount of talent in that category.
Yeah,
but
and your assessment's right in terms of his being quiet.
Yes.
I went to approach him because many people around here may know this. I'm from Kansas City, and I don't wear a Royals hat because I'm just a masochist, although that would be what it would be like right now. But I went to his trailer to talk with him and to make a little connection there, and he was very, very soft-spoken, not someone who gets behind a car.
Yeah, he gets behind the wheel of a car and does very well. I actually ran micros with Frank Flood. Frank with a program down there. Not everybody knows Frank Flood. He's won everything in the micro world, and just tremendous talent of his own. But yeah, Jace ran for him in A-class, non-wing, and outlaw categories with the micros, and came out here with us with the midgets. Not running a full season this year, but it's good to have Jace out there in the 19T car.
Allentown, Pennsylvania's Gavin Miller, Keith Coons, Kerbag of Jada Motorsports, iBox Springs Mobile 1 car, red and white car in turn number 2.
Cameron Keys in the 21J. There's Mitchell Bowles in the 68 heading down into turn number 1. And again, that Link chassis, that's the only Link chassis in existence right now. That's a chassis that Keith Coons is building. Rips her out of the corner for the number 68 car. We'll keep our eye on the top spot. Also out on the racetrack, Kenna McIntosh. We talk about him being the man to beat out here for the Bixby, Oklahoma runner in the 08. And then Kevin Cook, the rookie runner in the 9P, coming out here for a little more seat time. This will be his third race as he is tight getting down into the corner for the 9P car. It's Jade Avedissian right now, the quickest one out of this group. She's got herself fourth quick on the field for the number 71 car. So McIntosh fires it out. Turn number 4, brings it across. He's eighth quick for the 08s. So that's how things settle out. Jade is the quickest out of group number 4. She is fourth quick overall, 11.719. Logan Seavey, the top spot, though, in the Dirt Draft Hot Laps, 11.542. Ethan Mitchell, Taylor Reimer, Jade Avedissian, and Gavin Miller, the top 5. You might know, Todd, if you watched the Gateway Dirt Nationals broadcast, there was a gentleman that had a helmet on with, like, you know exactly who I'm talking about, had the bass boat look to the helmet or whatever. That was Todd. Oh, my goodness. So getting set to go. This is going to be our qualifying coming out. Our Honest Abe Roofing qualifying should be coming out next as we'll get them stacked up back in the staging lanes.
Honest Abe Roofing, America's reliable roofer, will present the Fast Qualifying Award for all 3 USAC National Divisions throughout the 2023 season. Honest Abe has been installing, repairing, and maintaining residential roofs since 2005, and they want to give you a perfect roof to protect your home and keep you comfortable. Honest Abe provides the fastest service in the roofing industry, just like they're supporting the fastest driver in qualification. Visit honestaberoofing.com today to schedule your free roof inspection.
So getting set to go with our Honest Abe Roofing. Going to be 2 laps around. Best lap's the one that counts. You're qualifying against the field. That lines us up for our 4 heat races here tonight. And I can't quite get an angle. They are stacked up down the staging lanes. So getting set to go. A little hard to see down that neck of the woods from here. We're getting ready to bring out our first qualifier. We'll push off. They'll take the green flag the second time by. So they do not go green instantly. It's going to be the second time by. A little smaller track, the 6 mile. It looks like here comes our first qualifier. Devin Simmons. Behind the wheel of the F5 car, Simmons. The racer out of Knoxville, Iowa. Bumping on the throttle, get that baby going. Wayne Simmons, zone number F5. Merrick Group, MD Architecture and Design, sponsors of the F5. Takes the green flag. Now he is officially on the clock, and look out, pushes out over. Trying to get something out of this. Rockets his way around, coming around for lap number 1 for the F5 car. Twister chassis, Fontana power underneath the hood. A 13.485, 13.485, and again has issues getting down into turn number 1, but stays with it. Down turn number 3 and 4. Second lap, looking for some improvement here for Devin Simmons. He'll find it. Goes a 13.054, 13.054. Next qualifier comes out. This is Jake Andriotti. California runner out of Castro Valley, California. King chassis, Ed Pink Toyota. Underneath the Tom Malloy number 25 M car, trench shoring, Rodella Specialty Fabrication. All sponsors. That hot rod making hay down at turn number 1 and 2 down the back straightaway. Boy, he is loaded for bear. Got that thing wound tight down into the corners. He sings a merry tune coming across. Lap number 1 is going to be a quick time, no doubt about 11.529. 11.529 track record and 11.361. So he'll catch a little bit of the rev limiter right on the entrance down into turn number 3. Almost perfect. He goes to 11.614 the second lap. So 11.529 his first lap. Got him into number 1 spot for now. So we'll bring out the racer hailing from Carl Junction, Missouri, in the Ripper chassis, Stanton SR11X power underneath hood, and the Cruzman Motorsports Sander Cruzman Sprint Car and Midget Driving School, number 11A, and that's old. That's actually James Hodge Auto Group, and panel chipping, number 11A. I have to fix my sponsors on that. So that's the last time I saw him. He was driving a different car. Felker coming across here, lap number 1. Goes second quick at 12.015. Andrew Felker also owns the graphic business, as you can tell by how sexy that car is. So we'll see what happens here on lap number 2. He takes her down to the inside, a little closer exit, and he's a little bit slower, 12.059. So 12.015 for Felker. Will be second quick on the field for the 11A cars. Here comes the number 44, and again, brake issues for him out at Belleville. So he's got that corrected now for the number 44. He's also got a tremendous amount of laps around this joint. That's Brannigan Rourke. And the Como Vibes, Rourke, HVAC, and Pizza Glen, number 44, Old Niner. Behind the wheel, he got that nickname as a lawnmower accident. He's push mowing the lawn and chopped one of his toes off, and they've been calling him Niner ever since. No harm, no foul, he said. Coming around for lap number 1 for Rourke, 44 car. First lap's going to be third quick on the field at 12.392, 12.392, lap number 1 for Brannigan. He'll take her out wide towards the wall. Dodge down to the inside. Second effort. Better, but stays third quick at 12.171. 12.171 for Rourke. It's now Jacob Denny. Young gun out of Galloway, Ohio, in the trench shoring, Rodella Specialty Fabrication. Number 25, Tom Malloy owned hot rod with the King chassis. Again, those King chassis coming out of New Zealand. Ed Pink Toyota. He was the one that developed the Toyota engine. As Denny takes the green flag and goes on the clock. Second generation racer, two-time USAC Midwest Thunder D2 Midget champ, and he's riding the rim out of turn number 4 and across for lap number 1. Denny goes second quick at 11.580, 11.580. Needs 51 thousandths of a second to get the top spot away from Jake Andriotti's. Look out, skids her a little hard into the apex. That scrubs some speed. He's slower, 11.690. So he will stay second quick for the number 25 cars. Now Hayden Reinbold. Down into turn number 1 and 2 and on the clock this next time around for the Gilbert, Arizona racer and Reinbold Underwood Motorsports, AME Electrical, Mesilla Valley Transportation, number 19 AZ. Ran some Santan Ford Desert Region sprint cars, little ASCS Southwest sprints, but mostly in the midgets. Out here with the NOS Energy Drink National Midget Series. So far, so good this season. Lap number 1 for Reinbold is going to be third quick at 11.806, 11.806. Lap number 1, lap number 2 already better in turn number 1 and 2. So see if he can dig a little harder for the 19 AZ. Second effort coming across. Nope, it's a little slower, 11.829. So 11.806, very consistent race car for the 19 AZ, and that usually bodes well during racing times. So we will now bring out the racer hailing from Springfield, Illinois, the Mount Stout Motorsports, Rockwell Security, MPV Express, the 3-time Badger Midget champ. That's Chase McDermott in the number 40 car. And he's got her singing a merry tune himself. So he dodges down off the banking and heads down the back chute. The Spike chassis, Stanton SR11X. Coming around for lap number 1 for McDermott. It's going to be second quick at 11.572, 11.572. Got the number 2 spot away from Denny by 8 thousandths of a second. Needs about 42 thou to get himself into the top spot. Can't do it. 11.613, 11.572. First lap. Best lap, he'll stay second quick. It's now Chance Crum. Throttles up and heads down into turn number 1 and 2 into Rudine Racing, Hager Realty Services, Race Rudine Foundation, number 26. Snohomish, Washington's where he used to call home, now calls Indianapolis home. Takes the green flag, the Spike chassis, Speedway Toyota. Powered number 26 car. That beautiful blue on that 26 belongs to Rudine Racing. They have their own paint code for it. So it rolls out turn number 4, lap number 1 for Chance, fourth quick on the field, 11.650, 11.650 on lap number 1 for Crum. Shoots out over the cushion down turn number 3 and 4. That's going to cost him some time. Second lap's not going to be quite as good. 11.922. So 11.650 is going to be fourth quick for the number 26 car. So we'll bring out the 07 of the micro standout Scout Spraggins out of Cache, Oklahoma. Twister Chassis, Esslinger Power, and the Garris Racing, Merritt Group, Kirkpatrick Sales, number 07. Kirkpatrick Scales, rather. It's out over the cushion. He goes down in turn number 1 and 2. Got hopping around on him a little bit. We'll see what he gets out of this for the 07 car. Still working that high side. Scout bringing it across. Lap number 1's going to be 8th quick on the field of 12.846. 12.846. Apparently that's where he wants to be. He does again down turn number 1, 2, kind of hanging that left rear on the rim. Drives off. Better turn number 3 and 4 for him. He'll find some improvement, but stay 8th quick at 12.379. 12.379. Here comes your defending national AMSOIL USAC National Sprint Car Champ in the RMS Racing, NOS Energy Drink, and ViroFab Response Management Services number 2 from my own California, Justin Grant. Already has a quick time with the National Midget Series this year for the number 2 car. Down the back shooting. Boy, he's keeping his foot to the 10 in that bad boy. You hear it howling. Down into turn number 3, lap number 1 for Grant. It's going to be 5th quick on the field, 11.670, 11.670. Your top 5 cars separated by 1/10 of a second at this juncture. Grant has to wrestle a little bit out of turn number 4. That cost him some time, so he's going to stay 5th quick for the deuce. Let's bring out Brady Bacon, the Macho Man. Out of Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. TKH Motorsports, Glen Farms, Fatheads, FK Indy, Dahmer Powertrain, number 21H. The Triple X chassis, Stanton SR11X. Picked up the win last night in the Belleville High Banks in the Silver Crown Series. A phenomenal drive on that big old track. Now looking for a win out here in what could be, technically, kind of, sort of, his home track. So get it across and go 6th quick on lap number 1, 11.688. 11.688, lap number 1 for Bacon. Kicks it sideways down the corner, dangles the donut a little bit, picks up the checkered flag, second effort. And a little bit slower, 11.722. So 11.688, his best lap. He is 6th quick for the 21H car. So bring out the Wiley veteran out of Tucson, Arizona. Central Motorsports, Schmitz Inc., Gateway Paintball Dave, number 85, Jerry Coons Jr. Coons takes the green flag, goes on the clock. National Midget Champ, 3-time National Midget Champ, did it back-to-back back in 2006, 7, and 8. And one of only 7 Triple Crown champs in the United States Auto Club history. Lap number 1 is going to be 8th quick on the field, 11.877, 11.877. Also holds the accolade of winning a USAC race across 4 decades. Each of 4 decades, I should say. He's quicker on lap number 2, goes all the way to the number 4 spot with 11.609, 11.609. Great second effort for Jerry Coons Jr. So now we'll bring out the racer hailing from Fresno, California, the M&L Plumbing Company, TRD Curb Records, number 71E. That's Bri Ead. Out of Fresno, California, backs that baby down into turn number 1. She looked very comfortable in the Dirt Draft Hot Laps, and now in Honest Abe Roofing qualifying is trying to rip a tremendous lap out here in the 71E car. Lap number 1's going to be 8th quick on the field, 11.716, 11.716. Now our top 8 cars within 10th of a second. In qualifying, she'll shorten up turn number 3 and 4, try to find a little bit more, and she got it. Quick time, 11.527, 11.527. Got the top spot away from Andriotti by 2 1/1000ths of a second. So bring out your track record holder now, the old Honda. Underneath hood, the 19M car, Ethan Mitchell out of Mooresville, North Carolina. Die-Edge CNC Tooling, Witts Racing Products, Mark IV Racing. That's a spike chassis with a Bundy-built Honda. Quiet down into the corner, just a little different tone to that bad boy. Not so quiet on the front stretch. Lap number 1's going to be 8th quick on the field, 11.687, 11.687. Again, about 0.160 off the top spot. Needs a little over 1/10 of a second to go P1 on the field. Can he find it? He's quicker, but cannot. Goes 11.671, 11.671. Stays 8th quick for the 19M of Ethan Mitchell. Now the young lady out of Lincoln, Nebraska, the spike chassis, Stanton SR11X, Mount Stout Motorsports, Rockwell Security, MPV Express. That's Ava Gropp into 5A. Micro standout behind the wheel. Takes the green flag. She has got a lot of laps, and I mean a lot of laps around this place. She slams it down into turn number 4 and onto the front chute. Lap number 1 for Ava is going to be 10th quick on the field, 11.772, 11.772. Has to feather the throttle through the apex at turn number 1 and 2. Look at her working the wheel in there. Now turn number 4 she comes. Second effort for Ava. A little bit slower, 11.850. So 11.772, 10th quick for the 5.8 car. So bring out the deceptively quick Logan Seavey. Was quick in the Dirt Draft Hot Lap session. Keep your eye on this one. The Abacus Racing, Indy Custom Stone, CG CPAs, Lake Parts Inc., Dozers, Nuts and Bolts, sponsors of the 57. Seavey with a throttle full promise there. Out of turn number 2 and down to back straightaway. We had her tight to the wall, drops the nose early, grabs some gravity. First effort for Seavey, quick time at 11.433, 11.433. He is close to that track record. He'll change up the game plan on lap number 2. Can he get a little bit more out of it? No, he cannot. 11.961, but he's got the number 1 spot now for the number 57 car with 11.433. So we fire off the 4S, Curtis Spicer out of Marysville, Kansas. Stealth Chassis, Felker Fontana. Spicer Racecraft, Spicer Aircraft, Kaiser Poor Farm, all sponsors of the 4S. Made his midget debut back in 2016. Been racing micros since 1994. Known for his micro program and actually fields a team of about 5 micros. Was president of the J Husker Series for a while, but has the midget he toys around with every now and then. He's 17th quick on lap number 1 at 13.589. 13.589 lap number 1 for Spicer. So see if he can get a little bit more out of it. He's definitely a little tight-loose situation going on right there. He is a little bit quicker, goes 16th quick with a 12.962, 12.962. Midget's very different to set up than a micro. Micros have a lot of left side weight. Not so much the case of the midgets. Plus, they have about 300% more horsepower. Jacksonville, Missouri runner Tyler Davenport bringing in Rourke Racing, Davenport Dirtworks, Como Vibes, Rourke HVAC. Number 33 car takes the green flag and goes on the clock. This is your 18th car to qualify out of our 32 cars that have checked in. Kind of shot her straight down into turn number 3. We'll see how this works out for him. Well, he's 16th quick on the field, 12.617, 12.617. We'll see if he adjusts his trajectory. Second lap around, he does. There you go. Had to get out of the throttle. Wanted to pick up the front end on him. Might be a little bit quicker, though. He is a little bit quicker, but stays 16th quick on the field at 12.531, 12.531. Now we'll send the 19 car Dason Pursley out Locust Grove, Oklahoma around this joint. Ryan Bolt Underwood Motorsports, AME Electrical, Mesilla Valley Transportation, all sponsors of the number 19. Running the AMSOIL USAC National Sprint Car Series this year and actually picked up the win on night number 2 down at Volusia. What a debut for the rookie runner in the sprint cars. Not so much a rookie in the midgets. He's having some issues, handling issues as well there. She wanted to get out from underneath him. He's still 10th quick on lap number 1, 11.677, 11.677, lap number 1. This lap's going to go much better for the number 19 car. Out of turn number 4, Pursley, nope, 11.707, so 11.677, first lap, best lap, 10th quick for the 19. Inside the top 5 in the Dirt Draft Hot Laps earlier on, Taylor Reimer out of Bixby, Oklahoma. Keith Coons, Kerr Magagini, and Yahoo Toyota TRD Mobile 1, number 25K. Remember the USAC's first all-female front row out of Turkey Night Grand Prix just a couple of years ago. Coming around here, this is a pretty good lap she's got going on. First one across, goes 4th quick at 11.568, 11.568. Needs a little over a 1/10 of a second to get the top spot. Second effort, caught her right there in the apex. That was a little slip of the grip that cost her. She's 11.735, so 11.568. 4th quick for the 25K. You want to be in the number 1 spot? The only thing you got to do is be perfect. So here comes Team Ez. Thomas Meserol, San Jose, California runner, EnviroFab, Response Management Services, Engler Machine. He's got a experimental Esslinger underneath the hood of the 7X car. They're developing a new Esslinger motor. And he's been the test unit on it. And they got her singing pretty good right now. Version 2's coming out before too awful long, they tell me. So here comes the white flag. First trip across for Team Ez. It's going to be 15th quick on the field. 11.817, 11.817. He'll change up the line. And turn number 1 and 2 drop down to the inside. Chases the cushion into 3. Drives off. Second effort for Team Ez. Better. Goes 13th quick at 11.695. 11.695. 13th quick. He's only 2/10 of a second off the top spot. Here comes Talon Turner out of Bayshore, Kansas. Chandler Chassis, Speedway Toyota, Grady Chandler owned 00 car. Dry Duck, Melmark Pipe and Supply, Sonny's 00. Also a micro racer, traveled a lot in 22, picked up a few wins, but a lot of top 5s, a lot of top 10s last year in the micro sprints. Coming out here with the midgets. Test these waters a little bit. Not too shabby, 17th quick on the field. Lap number 1 at 12.128, 12.128. Top 16 cars within half a second here in qualifying. During the John Hink Championship. Second effort, Well, not quite as good at 12.227, so he will stay 17th quick on the field for the double O, and that'll bring out a very fast CB Industries number 81 car piloted by Colby, Kansas's Bryant Wiedemann. Nutrient Ag Solutions, NOS Energy Drink, PristineAuction.com, KNC Drywall, all sponsors on the side of the former Power Eye Midget champ. Got a good line down into turn number 1 and 2. Lookouts. Wanted to take him out towards the wall. He had to do a lot of attitude adjustment to the number 81 car. Lap number 1 getting across is pretty good. He goes 11th quick on the field, 11.671, 11.671 lap number 1 for Bryant Wiedemann. This lap could be a tick better for him as he brings it on across all the way up into the number 4 spot, 11.566, 11.566, 4th quick for Bryant Wiedemann. Your next racer coming out is going to be Wheatland, Oklahoma racer in the JBL Toyota TRD number 67 slated to be out here. Should be Ryan Timms.
It's been fun watching qualifying, particularly those on flow with those tight end sides. How hard and how much work they're doing on the back straightaway, wheeling these midgets around this tight oval. Yeah, it looks like we might have some debris also to pick up.
That was bold to pick that up with his bare hand. Obviously, he knew what it was. That's a good way to blister your fingers.
It really is.
Somebody lost their sock, apparently. I don't know what that is. Comes flying Ryan Timms. Wheatland, Oklahoma racing. Keith Kuhn's Kerr-Magagini, number 67 car. Picked up the Tuesday night Thunder race down at Red Dirt Raceway last year. During that USAC Midwest Midget Swing. That's coming up July 11th through the 15th. Cody Brewer and the gang putting on some tremendous shows out there. Check out the schedule online, USACRacing.com. Lap number 1 for the 67 is going to be 9th quick on the field, 11.613, 11.693. It's Timms. Interesting line right there. You saw him spin the tires right through the apex of turn number 3 and 4. That cost him 11.765. So 11.613, his first lap, his best lap in the number 67 car, but he's 9th quick on the field overall. So your next qualifier out onto the racetrack, the number 70 car. Didn't race with us over at Belleville. This is Cade Cowles beyond the wheel, the number 70 car. A racer out of Coweta, Oklahoma. Garris Racing, Brian Mechanical, Merrick Group, MD Architecture and Design, sponsors on the Twister chassis with Honda power underneath the hood. It's Cade through 3 and 4. It's a nice smooth line down that end of the racetrack. He's going to go 23rd quick on the field at 12.775, 12.775. See if he can repeat the feat with a little bit more speed this time. Better exit coming out turn number 4. We should see some improvement for Cade Cowles. We do, but he stays 23rd quick at 12.727, 12.727 for Cade. So here comes your current national points leader. Beyond the wheel, the number 71 out of Clovis, California. Keith Kuhn's Kerr-Magagini, Mobile One, TRD, JBL Audio. That is Jade Avedisian. Coming around to take the green flag. She slams it down into turn number 1 right on the rim. Heads down the back chute, going after that top spot. 11.433, the number to beat. Look at that entrance into turn number 3. Oh, wheels up, coming out turn number 4. And lap number 1, second quick at 11.510, 11.510. Needs 77 thousandths of a second. Jade getting with it's going to ride the wheelie through the apex. Second effort. Can't do it. 11.645. 11.510 gets the number 2 spot, though, for the number 71 car. It's now the rookie runner out onto the racetrack. This is his 3rd start in a midget. He hasn't raced anything for years, and back then it was actually pavement late models. Kevin Cook, the Brady Bacon Racing's Cobalt Civil A&B Sports Bar number 9P. This is a bucket list thing for him for the Winchester, Indiana runner. He said he had so much fun at the Chili Bowl, which is where he made his debut. Ran with us over at Belleville. He's here tonight. Hang on to it. Cook coming around is going to be 27th quick on the field, a 13.128, 13.128. And I always like to remind people, this is a bucket list event for him, and every time he passes us, we go lap down. Because he's out there and we ain't. Going to go 25th quick on the field, a 12.892, 12.892, 25th quick for the 9P car. So now bring out Mitchell Moles, Raisin City, California runner. Keith Kuhn's Kerr-Magagini, Curb Records, Toyota TRD, number 68. Last year's USAC National Midget Rookie of the Year. Got a game plan. He was out over the cushion. That was fully intentional on turn number 3 and 4. Watch Mitchell Moles. One of those racers that doesn't need to carry it on a stick. He's going after the top spot, 11.433 for Mitchell. Sweeps through turn number 3 and 4 and onto the front straightaway. Lap number 1. Going to be set ninth quick on the field, 11.586. 11.586 will be out over the cushion, trying to get an angle into turn number 3. Does it pay dividends? We're going to find out here in just a second. No. 11.850. 11.586. Boy, that was anticlimactic. He's going to be ninth quick for the number 68 car. I thought for sure he's going to do something there. Well, he did. Went ninth quick on the field. Now Gavin Miller, Allentown, PA runner. If you're from Pennsylvania, you call it PA for the record. It's Allentown, Pennsylvania. Keith Coombs, Kurt Janie, and Ibach. Mobile 1, number 97 car goes on the clock. Former Sooner 600 Speed Week champ. Beyond the wheel of the 97. Boy, kind of coasted to cushion down turn number 3 and 4. That's kind of a cool line there. Puts him into the number 18 spot, 11.747, 11.747. He's 18th quick. He's only 0.3 of a second off the top spot. Less than half a second off the top spot. Improvement to be found for Gavin Miller? Nope, not so much. He's going to stay 18th quick on the field, 11.765. He's second lap, so 7.47. He's first lap, best lap. And here comes a force to contend with at Sweet Springs Motorsports Complex in the form of Kenna McIntosh out of Bixby, Oklahoma. Dave McDalby Motorsports, Gear Wrench, Toyota, Mobile 1, DriveWFX.com, 08. Picked up wins at Peevely and DuQuoin already this year. He's looking for another win here at a place he is very comfortable at. Brings her low out of turn number 4 for the 08. Lap number 1 is going to be 18th quick on the field, 11.716, 11.716. Lap number 1 for McIntosh. Second effort. Just going to grit his teeth and go for it on the bottom of the racetrack. That's a lot of digging take place. He does dig his way into the 15 spot, though, with 11.672, so bumps up a couple notches. So we'll bring out the 19T at Jace Park. A little wild and woolly down into turn number 1. Here comes Jace, the Overland Park, Kansas runner, and the Mount Stout Motorsports Rockwell Security MPV Express 19T. Technically his second season. The NOS Energy Drink National Midget Series. First lap coming around. Looks pretty solid for the 19T car. It is. He goes 15th quick at 11.671. 11.671. 2/10 off the top. Oh, that's the wall. That's okay. It's all right. Just shrug that off. He's going to keep with it. Second effort's going to be slower. No kidding. He was off the ground for a little bit. 11.864. So 11.671. First lap, best lap. As Cameron Key into 21J, the Jackrabbit out of Warrensburg, Missouri. Glen Farms, Fatheads, FK Indy, Dahmer Powertrain. Number 21J car slips his way into turn number 4. Takes the green flag and goes on the clock. Works the rim nicely down in turn number 1 and 2 and onto the back straightaway. A little skip down into turn number 3 for the 21J car. And first effort coming across is going to be all the way up into number 10 spot. 11.606, 11.606, 0.173 the difference between Key and the top spot that Logan Seavey currently has. Second effort for 21J is a little slower, 11.676. He'll stay 10th quick on the field for the 21J, and I believe that was our final qualifier. Scroll down through. Yep, all 32 cars have taken time. Tonight's Honest Abe Roofing quick qualifier, which is ironic because he drives the Honest Abe Roofing sprint car. Logan Seavey out of Sutter, California with 11.433, 11.433. For the 57 car, Jade Avedissian qualifies second quick. Mariah Eade, Jake Andriotti, and Bryant Wiedemann, your top 5. After that, it was Taylor Reimer, Chase McDermott, Jacob Denny, Mitchell Moles, and Cameron Key, your top 10. Jerry Coons Jr. was 11th quick. Ryan Timms, 12th quick. Then Chance Crum, Justin Grant, Ethan Mitchell, your top 15. Jace Park was 16th quick. Anna McIntosh, 17th quick. Dason Persley and Brady Bacon and Thomas Meserall round out the top 20. And the remainder of your inversion cars are Gavin Miller, Ava Gropp, Hayden Reinbold, and Andrew Felker. Makes the inversion here tonight. So that's your qualifying. The official qualifying will be tweeted out on USAC Nation by Richie Murray here in just a moment. He's very fast. We don't have that out if you want to take a look at it on your smart device, but I believe we're going into a set of micro hot laps. Will be coming up next. That'll be group qualifying. So group qualifying taking place during the micro hot laps. That'll line them up for their heat races, with the top 4 inverted for the heat races. And here comes tonight's quick qualifier down to visit with Drake York in Victory Lane.
Absolutely. Chet Logan, CV race fans, your Honest Abe Roofing with the NOS Energy Drink USAC National Midgets. And Logan, it looked like you had to throw caution to the wind all the way around for qualifying. Did it feel like that inside the car, or were you super calculated?
I just felt comfortable, so I could run really hard. And, you know, Kirk and Johnny, like I said last night, they have me really comfortable. And, yeah, you got to be able to run hard against the cushion. And most every time